3 stances. This is for 2nd degree brown, 1st degree brown, as well as junior 1st degree black belt. 3 stances: close kneel, wide kneel, cat stance. Those are our 3 stances. The child already learned all the previous stances as well. So let's review for a second. Yellow, orange, purple belts are tension stance, ready stance, as well as a fighting stance, left and right. Now we go on to blue. Blue, green, and 3rd brown are the same idea. They're fighting stance, which is also called a neutral bow, either left or right. And now we hit the next set. So again, 2nd brown, 1st brown, as well as junior 1st degree black belt. Close kneel, wide kneel, as well as cat stance. Close kneel stance. We start in a proper fighting stance. Our hands are up. We already reviewed it. Not going to do it again. They're already a brown belt at this point. If they can't get in a proper fighting stance, they have not been practicing like they're supposed to. So, close kneel. I'm going to take my back leg, because that's the leg furthest from my opponent. I'm going to point it forward. So now my toes are pointing to 12 o'clock. The child at this point is already going to know the clock principle, and I'm going to review it right here. The clock principle, if we picture a clock, all of us already know this. Top of the clock is 12 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, back to 12. So here's the idea. At this point in time, since the child knows the clock principle, I'm going to tell them what time to point their toes to. So we're here. I'm in my proper fighting stance or neutral bow. My right foot turns to 12 o'clock. So I'm pointing here. Now, close kneel is called a close kneel because you're taking your knee and putting it close to the ground. My hands are in front of me and I drop all the way, almost touching the ground. That's why we call it a close kneel. My hands are here. So again, watch. Point my toes, drop my knee, and settle. That's a close kneel. So I can do the same thing off my left side. I switch, forward bow, so my left foot, I'm going to point this way a little bit. My left foot is pointing towards 12 o'clock. We'll say this is 12 now. And then I settle. A lot of our blue belts going to brown are learning short form too, so they already know about the close kneel, as well as the wide kneel. Okay. That's the close kneel. Let's move on to the wide kneel. It's very similar to the close kneel, but it's coming off from the side. Let me show you what's going on. I'm in my proper stance. I go up onto the ball of my right foot and drop. My back is not bent, it's straight. This is a wide kneel stance. I come up, I switch, I'm going to focus this way a little bit. I go up on the ball of my foot and settle. That is my wide kneel. The last stance is a cat stance. Again, when the children are learning short form 2, they're learning how to cat near the very end. Within a cat stance, this is how this works. Weight distribution. Within all of our stances, our weight is distributed different ways. Let's go over it really fast. In a neutral bow, which was a fighting stance, I have 50-50 weight distribution, which means 50% of my weight is on my front foot, 50% of the weight is on the back foot. Okay? Pretty simple. Same thing with a tension, same thing with a ready stance. Same thing with a neutral bow. Now, we have our forward bow, which we just did. 60-40. 60% is on my front foot, 40% of my weight is back here, so I can then drop. And then we're here with our wide knee. The last one is the cat. 90-10. The way that I get into a proper cat stance is I have my feet together in attention. My right heel will come to the same line that my left big toe is on. I'll then come up onto the ball of my right foot, turn my left foot either 45 or 90 degrees, depending on which cat I tell them to get into. 45 degrees would be here because we're on a 45-degree angle with our left foot. 90 degree would be here because I'm on a 90-degree angle with my left foot. Proper weight distribution, 90-10. 90% of the weight is on my back foot, 10% of the weight is on the front foot. A cat stance is also known as a transition. At no point in time will you see any of the children stop in a cat stance, because it's always meant to keep going. You don't want to get caught. So I transition bam before I can kick. Would be a cat stance, right? Or when they do short form 2, at the very end they're here and they go into that cat and come back. And they learn that at short 2, which we'll also make a video on. Cat stance. Feet are together. Right heel comes to my left big toe. I raise up, point my left foot to either 40 or 90 degrees. It's the same thing off the other side. Left heel to where my right big toe is, raising up, and then pointing my right foot to either 45 or 90 degrees. My hands are up. 90% of my weight is here, so I can pick my foot up very easily. So that is the 3 stances for second brown, first brown, and first degree black belt. Junior. See you guys. Bye.